Morning YouTube, this is George from HRJ Customs. Just checking in again, doing a quick video about some progress on Blue Monday, our Grudge car that's going together. Some of the work that's been accomplished this week. Just wanted to do a quick check-in on what we're getting accomplished. We're working with it's a 2001 Camaro that I believe it's 4th generation F-body. And these cars were fairly heavy compared to their Fox body counterparts. So I think it's important as I build this car and I put this car together to try to make it as light as possible. And so I've done that by building a tubular front end, kind of front clip fort, welds on here, goes down, and replaces the square member that was here, and the crash supports and everything. All the front end is now gone, and it's replaced by tubular replacements. Going to a small radiator. This is a radiator out of my an old radiator out of my comp car. It's I just am kind of putting it there just to kind of as a thought bubble to see if that's going to work. It might be maybe not the right size. I might actually go a little bit smaller or shorter just to make it fit in the space a little bit better. There's a pretty big intercooler. Bought the intercooler a while ago off of a Facebook ad. It's proving, no matter how where I kind of place it, it's proving that it's just gonna, I think, be a little bit too big. So because I'd like to put it out here in front of the radiator in this space up here, and that's just, it's not going to fit. It's just simply too big. Might use it on another project, use it on something else, maybe kind of a street car that needs all that intercooler. But wanted to also talk about because you have gotten rid of the big square members that go out here. Usually the roll bar that extends out to the front end would come out and go out to the bar out here. Because I'm trying to save a little bit of weight and give myself a little bit more space for turbocharger and things that will go right here, I've made a bar with a number of bends in it, with about, I guess, 3 bends in it, that comes down. This will be moved back and pushed in up against and welded to the GM portion of the frame. And then it comes up and follows, goes around and ties in, and then goes through the firewall and ties into the front part of the hoop. So it's got a number of bends in it, but it came out pretty nice. We're gonna tie in here to the shock tower to make it very sturdy. Just trying to make the car strong and also make it pass tech. It's got the right thickness for the bars that are supposed to come forward, and so I'm sure that when the NHRA tech inspector comes by, we should pass with no problems. Okay. In addition, because now I've all of this structure here is all gone. These bars do go up and they attach in, but they attach in here behind and up above the tire. I made a little small tubular support that will weld in underneath here and will support this fender so it won't be flopping in the wind. In addition, of course, as this comes together more, obviously this is just kind of, it's sitting even on the floor, but you can see underneath here, maybe you can, we'll have some bracketry that will hold the front end itself. I'm going to stay with a stock front end, poly front end on this car for now. But that thing will be moving around quite a bit if I don't give it some support. So I'm going to build some just some pencil-like chrome moly that will come down and support those areas to keep it from changing shape and changing the aerodynamics of the car as it speeds up. But that's what I've been playing with this week. Over the weekend, I might be doing some work to get a little bit closer. Some of these small little tubes and supports and things like that. It's the kind of stuff that I like to do when I'm here by myself, which is kind of goofy, but it gives me a little bit of time to think. One other thing I wanted to mention. This is just, of course, just a mock-up block and mock-up heads. Those are some blown-up heads that I have that are sitting in there. But I wanted you guys to see this. This is a little precursor for what's coming next. This is going to go right here. So even though we're going to SB 2.2, we are going to be in the modern age. So doing some cool stuff. Okay, just wanted to wrap up this week. Again, we're just talking about Blue Monday and how we're moving it forward. I've had some questions about some of my Volvo project stuff, and we're going to be doing some roll racing with a 4-cylinder Volvo coming up. And so I'll probably talk about that next week, so stay tuned. I'll give a little history about the whole Volvo thing and my history with it, and talk about why we're doing it. And you know, you'll see over the course of these videos we're kind of dare to be different, and that's what we are doing with the Volvo stuff too. So anyway, talk to you next week. Make sure to support us. Grab our shirts if you get a chance. Click on the links within our go to our website, www.hotrodjohns.com, and come and buy our shirts and help support us. Okay, have a great week. We believe in horsepower.